Hello everyone, today I want to teach you how you can make this beautiful button bar just with HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Yes, let's dive in. First of all, I make an index.html file in the repository and I call it button bar navigation. In the title, as I told you before, I want to make this button bar just with HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Now here I make a nav tag with navigation bar class. Inside that I use a ULLI tag for UL list.items class, and inside that I just make a span. I write it wrong. Span. Yes, it's better. Now I use a beautiful technique in writing HTML, that's Zen coding. I write li with a class of item, that inside that a with a class of link, 5 items, and just I hit the enter and I make 5 li and anchor at a glance. Now instead of writing a boilerplate code, I just use a Zen coding technique to make a ULLI. In the first li, I just give an active class. Now inside each a tag, I just write a class of font awesome icon f-home to make a home icon, and I duplicate the I but with different names: search icon, heart icon, the bell icon, and for the last one I just write the user icon. Fantastic. If you like my content, just hit the like and subscribe to my channel for more videos about decoding the front end. Now I just make style.css file and I link it with link tag, and for a href I just give the address of the file, and for font awesome I just use the script. Now here you can see the live sample at the right side. Now I start to write the CSS class. First, in the root I just define some CSS variable for main color. Fantastic. And for second color variable. Now after that I start to write CSS code for the project. First I give the margin 0 and padding 0 and box sizing to a border box to all the files or all the project. Now in the body I use min height of 100 VH, the view height. For background color I use some nice and great gray. If you like it, just subscribe. Now the display flex and some boilerplate code for CSS. Just to centering the item I just use align items center and justify content center to align vertically and horizontally for our nav bar. Now, the navigation bar, I give the background color, a border radius, an overflow hidden, and I give it a box shadow of 0, 50 pixel, 25 pixel, and RGBA to 0, 0, 0, and for alpha I just give it 0.1. Fantastic. Now I start to write another CSS classes for list items. First, because I use anchor tag, I just write list.style none and display flex, and position relative. Inside navigation bar and list items, I have a pointer class that I want to position it absolute and left 0 and height of 100%. I give it a width to 4.5 rem, and I want to give a transition to all and linear. Fantastic. Now I keep going to write another class for our another items that it's before of our pointer and after of our pointer class. I use a content of empty string and position of absolute and left of 0 with width of 100%. Fantastic. Now, instead of writing classes, I just duplicate the code to save the time. And for B4, I just get it top 0 and border button to 8 pixels solid. And for the color, I just use a variable of main color that I defined at the top of the CSS file in root, and I give it a border radius for that for B4, and I duplicate it for after, and I change a border radius to 30 pixel, 30 pixel, 0 and 0. Fantastic. Now, inside our list items, we have item class. I use flex and I give the position relative to our item element and z-index to 2. You know, writing CSS class is so fun, and here I just use a plain CSS, but you can rewrite these CSS classes with Sass file that it's so easier and readable. For our link, I use a color of our second color variable. Now, I want to give the active class to our item in our link, and I want to change the color of our active link to the main color. Now I keep going to write another classes for our icon, and I want to change their font size to 1.6 rem. Oops, I write it wrong. And I want to give a transition to our icon for the font size in a linear mode. Great. And the navigation bar, list items, and item.active, our link and our eye, the font size should be 1.4 rem. Now, see? Now, I start to write the JS file for our navbar. And please subscribe me for more fun videos about decoding the front. Great. Now, in our JS file, first I define a variable and I call it navigation on underline items underline elements, and with query selector all method I get all method in navigation bar class if they have list items class, and inside them they have item class. And I get another element inside our DOM with document.query selector of our navigation dash bar class if it has a pointer class. Fantastic. With this technique we can access to the elements inside the DOM, and as you can see, because we have 5 item class, we have a list of elements that we can use a for each method in JavaScript, and I use add event listener method, and if I click on each element that has item class, first of all, for preventing propagation, I use e.prevent default method to stop propagation. Now I use another for each in our navigation item elements to give the class list and remove the class of active. Fantastic. And inside that I wanna add class if they have active. Now I make another constant and I call it parent width. I use client width method. Oops, I write it wrong for equal sign. And I define another variable for the left percent. I just divide a parent width to a navigation item elements dot length times our index. Navigation pointer, I want to give a navigation pointer a left style to left percent plus pixel in a string. Great. As you can see at the right side, it works. But something happened for my icon. Let's debug the code. Nothing happened and it doesn't display the icon. And it is for the link that I use for Font Awesome, and I use another link for Font Awesome CDN. And because I use Font Awesome version 4.7.0, I should change the class from FAWS to FA. If I change them, yes, you can see the icons appear on the screen. Fantastic. Great. If you like my video, just like and subscribe. See you in the next one.